Yo, yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Damn, killing it, yeah, just when you motherfuckers thought I was done. Surprise! Shout out from London, shout out to motherfucking London. Peace, peace, peace. What's up, sister? You up in this motherfucker too? What up, what up, what up, Jersey? Jersey in the house? Jersey always in the house. What up, Jersey? Jersey in the house. That's what's up. You know what I mean? We gonna get real diabolical. You know, we back outside, we back in the field, you know, and serious. See, we in the desert. Phoenix in this bitch. What's good, Phoenix? What's good? All right. That's what's up, sister. Tune in. See, when we in the desert, it's all about ruins. Hope you watched the fight, bro. Yeah, I saw that motherfucking fight. Went as expected. You know how Vegas do, always pulling in the cash flow. But I want to show y'all some scenes real quick. I know y'all are very familiar with this area. Hell yeah, shout out Mayweather, TMT, 50-0, you know what I mean? Respect for the knowledge, respect for listening, man. Don't even trip. So, you see it's a fucking wasteland, right? Let me show y'all this. Right? It's a wasteland. And what does this have to do with the topic? So when you walk through the desert, all you see is palm trees and sand. Now, what is that symbolic of? That means something used to be here, but it's no longer here. Same thing if you go over to Egypt or any ancient place and all you see is ruins. All you see is what used to be. But that's no more. Probably you sold your soul. I sold my soul to who? Who I sell my soul to? See, motherfuckers already about to go in on me. I ain't even start the goddamn live stream. Who I sell my soul to, man? Speak up. Speak up, man. Don't just leave a comment and just leave me hanging, man. Yeah, we already know what it is. Yeah, you see, whenever we talk about this darkness or this original culture, whenever we talk about the original culture, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, you doing something wicked." So that's how we gonna start it off. Bro, you really sound smart with all this knowledge. Look, man, we've been at this for years. No, I'm not gonna block them. You know, it's good that they in here because it let me know that it's definitely time to go in. Well, I guess let me turn this camera around. How to remove entity tags? Hold on. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. Here we go. We put on Apollo beads this time, so you know it's getting real sinister. What's the definition of wickedness? What is the definition of evil? Most people don't even know. You already know, man. We're going to get into all that in 1 second. Let me pop this Jolly Rancher. You know the spirit's like candy. Oh, we going to make motherfuckers sick right now. You know. We going to pop this pill. All right. Now let's get into this shit. We talking about the original culture. Remember, as we just spoke about earlier, 13 protection of all my kings and queens. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Stay focused, stay protected. Protect yourself. What's your point to do magic? No, motherfucker, don't switch the shit up. I asked you a question. I said, who did I sell my soul to? That's what I asked you. Now you trying to ask me some other shit. Who did I sell my soul to? I'm glad you're making all these videos today, man. The energy is potent right now. I just got to get it out. You know what I mean? You wish it was like this daily. See, actually, what happened is they upgraded my phone plan. So usually I only had about 10 gigs. And each time I do a live stream, it takes up a gig, 1.5, maybe 2. So I was limited on how much I can share. You know what I mean? So, but now I got a fucking 1,000 gigs. I got a fucking 1,000 gigs. So, I mean, we could do this shit daily, but we gonna keep this shit flowing. You know, every day, every other day. We gonna keep it flowing. But let's not get too sidetracked. Let's get into this witchcraft. Since we understand that the world is over, since we understand that we are chaos beings, let's lay the foundation. We are chaos beings. Remember, we represent the bat. The bat protects you in the spirit realm. So whenever you want to astral travel, you want to work with anything dark, anything sinister, activate the power of the bat. Protect yourself. Because again, everybody ain't like me on the dark side. See, I keep my shit a little balanced. I'm not completely demonic where I'm just tearing shit up. But there are people out here who will just tear shit up. But that's neither here nor there. Just keep your protection up, you will be good. Now, when we talk about this original culture, because everything that they call evil, everything that they call wicked, is our shit. Let's lay that shit down. Because everybody who calls it evil and wicked is religious. Religion came after the fact. What was in place before religion? Our shit. Original culture. Real shit. How do they suppress people? Suppressing the real shit. Anything that has anything to do with Satan, Satanism, witchcraft is your shit. That's why we talk about demons. That's why we talk about witchcraft. That's why we talk about destroying the world, destroying this matrix. Yeah, man, don't even stop leaving comments, man. Because I'm going to let you know exactly what the deal is, right? So anybody who's not with the shits is either programmed by the matrix or they afraid of their own power. Simple as that. Now, what does this have to do with witchcraft? Because there's some diabolical witches out here. But this is how we manifest. I'm going to really try to target manifestation because everybody be asking me about manifestation. How do you use such dark, sinister powers to get what you want out of life? Well, for one, you cannot be afraid, as we were speaking about last video. So you can say this is part 3. We talked about how to get your mind right. Now let's talk about some actual practical things. What can be your daily routine? How can you use this shit in a productive way and be constructive and not lose yourself and actually, as Homeboy was saying, sell your soul? For one, your soul can't be sold. Let's get that out the way. Because who the fuck are you selling it to? Demons? Demons are below you. They don't have bodies. The human body is the greatest manifestation on this planet. So everything spiritual is below you. You are the greatest of all time. I know some people. Who do they sell their soul to, man? Spirits, devils, that's in the spirit realm, that don't even have a physical composition. That's who you selling your soul to? Satan? Who is Satan? Some wicked spirit that nobody can see? Who is Satan? Since we're talking about satanic rituals, we're going to get into Satan eventually, but since you want to pick up the speed, we are Satan? All right, then. If we are Satan, who the fuck? I love Satan, he pays my bills. See, that's a real motherfucker right there. Motherfucking Satan is paying those motherfucking bills. Satan pays the bills. That's just, we'll go with that. Satan pays the bills. So you trying to pay your fucking bills, we're going to contact Satan. Well, it's all good. Nobody got to get on them. Everybody's free to come in here and speak their piece. But we're not going to let it throw us off. All right? Nah. The human mind is the greatest resource. What do I mean by that? When you operate from the perspective of a witch, using your witchcraft, that means, what are you manipulating? Are you manipulating the body or are you manipulating the mind? You are manipulating the mind. So activating your witchcraft is being able to influence people's minds, right? Look, don't even get that energy. Again, the fact that agents are in here, the fact that they're taking their time to listen to what's being said, shows forth the power. Because why would he even be in here? You get what I'm saying? If it wasn't some real shit going down this whole fucking day, right? You know, they got to do their part. Again, all my witches is motherfuckers like him who you can take control of their mind and have them kissing your fucking feet. So he's a perfect example of somebody who can become your future victim. You know what I mean? Now let's get the scary shit off. Let's get that out the way. But you can't deal with fear. Now, okay, why would you want somebody submitting to you? I'm trying to manifest 10,000 by the end of the week. How many hoes would you need to accomplish your goal? I'm asking you directly. You want 10,000 by the end of the week? How many hoes does that take? Or is that question too deep for you, man? Do you know the answer? I'm a hoe, I can help. Oh, you a hoe? You see, this is what I like. At least she's honest. And everybody's honest in here. High vibes, definitely high vibes, Roosevelt. You know what I mean? One, if you know what to teach her. What do you teach her? What do you teach her? Yeah, I see you with them smiley faces. I'm not going to get on you right now. See, there's certain motherfuckers in this goddamn chat room who deserve to get their head cut off, but I'm going to save it till later. I got something for your ass. Okay, so the original culture is about having slaves. Let's talk in plain English now. If you want to work your witchcraft, whether you are male or female, it's about knowing how to control slaves, how to make a slave, and how to get them to produce. This is the greatest resource, the mind. Not money, not body, not the organs, not cars, not clothes, not houses. It's the mind. Because if you can properly get into the mind of a person, you can manifest your will through them. You know what I You know, this is getting real wicked. The mind is the greatest resource. How would you get into somebody's mind? Now, actually, we're going to let the host speak. Since you are who you say you are, how would you get into a person's mind and manifest your will through them? You know? Let's reflect on that for a minute. Now, what does that truly mean? Manipulation is a little bit deeper than manipulation. Because you're not just simply manipulating, like moving things around. You know what I mean? Detachment. See, look at it from this perspective. Let's just say, as the dude said in the chat room, he's trying to manifest 10K by the end of the week. 48 Laws of Power, definitely good book. Also the 50th Law as well. You already melting this programming. We already know. You know what I mean? See, you're trying to manifest 10K. The only way to do that without having a job, without getting it from somebody else that's paying you, you're going to have to activate black magic. Or are you advocating the manipulation of the people? Absolutely. Absolutely. Is that too rough for you? That's too wicked for you? You know what I mean? It ain't no games over here. We got to be real. Now, exactly. We got manipulators all in the White House. We got manipulators in the government. We got manipulators on every goddamn street corner. Don't you have a moral basis for what you're doing? Well, no harm. No physical force. That's really it. No harm, no physical force. So you're not making nobody do anything. You're just using this. That's it. There's no need for force. Where did all the haters come from? The deeper we get into this shit, the more that they will rise up. But you see, when I was talking about all that nice shit, there was nowhere to be found, right? As soon as we start talking diabolical, and we start talking about some real shit, they come out of the woodwork. They want to see, oh, what the fuck is being said? Yeah, magic is manipulating your atmosphere. People are a part of your atmosphere. Very good comment. What if the manipulation causes people to act in a way that's not good for them? How would that? How would you do something like that? Unless you're trying to string a person out on drugs or something. But that's not what we're trying to do here. Let's just say, this is just practice, okay? We're not going to say what you can do. Let's just start off with practice. We're going to start off real tiny and small, and we're going to build up. So we're going to start off small, okay? So what have we established? The mind is the greatest resource. So honestly, you really don't have to think about money. So let's get that out the way. You don't have to think about money. Because why? People can get money. People can get drugs. People can get any resource that you desire. It can all come from another person. So you don't need to think about the actual resource. The only thing you have to focus on is your willpower over a person's mind. This is what witchcraft is. Now, to the person who said, what about a moral basis? Again, we are on planet Earth. We are on planet Earth. We're not in heaven. We are amongst ghouls, demons, manipulators. This is what we are surrounded by. So there is no time for do you have a moral basis. We are in America, and again, there's people outside of America watching the video too, so not including y'all, but I'm pretty sure you guys can relate as well. We are in a diabolical system that needs to, be done away with. And the only way to do away with a diabolical system is to utilize your magic. The magic that they call witchcraft, dark arts, black arts, so on and so forth. Which is simply mastering a person's mind. If you can master a person's mind, look at it this way. To be able to put somebody in a trance state to the point where they will be able to execute your will without effort. Now, what do I mean by that? So let's just say somebody hypnotizes you. Then they put a thought in your head and they snap their finger. At the snap of my finger, you're going to be able to jump out of your seat. When they snap their finger, you're going to be able to jump out of your seat because they are speaking directly to your subconscious mind. Which shit, squad? Oh, yeah, yeah. You see, we got the family in the building. You know what I mean? Shit running the blood. It is what it is. So, now, Jesus is light. Here we go. Here we go with this shit. Jesus is light. Where the fuck did this person come from? You see this? We gonna keep going. I'm gonna use it as motivation. If you can put a person in a trance state, they will be able to execute your will without effort. How do you put a person in a trance state? This is called seduction. How do you seduce? What is the art of seduction? God does not like witchcraft. Who is God? You know what I mean? You see? You see this shit? Like, who is God? This is getting real diabolical. Who is God? Last time I checked, you know, God is within. Right? So whenever they say stuff, we're going to have to correct these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And that's just letting you know. If this was some fake shit, nobody would even be in here trying to come with that fuck shit. If this was bullshit, they wouldn't be in here. So letting you motherfuckers know right now, you guys are putting yourself in dangerous openings of demonic entities. Okay. But don't ask these people to explain themselves because they can't. Because I guarantee they have no idea what a demonic entity is. Because what's the root word of demon? Deity. What is a deity? You can say it's a spirit. But what is a spirit? It's just ether. It's prana. It's your breath. You breathe in spirit. You breathe in prana. Right? So the deity is the breath. And where is the breath going? Inside of your body. And what is the body? The temple. The temple of what? God. Your body is the temple of God. So God is within. God is not up here in the clouds. Okay? Let's clear all that. So all this moral shit, religion taught you to be moral. Religion taught you to be this goody two-shoes, to believe in Jesus, to turn the other cheek, you know what I mean, to be a good, well-mannered person, not doing anything, right? But where has that got you, right? Where has that got you? And again, I'm going to allow these people to speak their piece. I can easily block them, but it's good to have. Hey, for certain people, they have come for certain people. For people who's on a fence and you're not really sure about this, like, oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, listen to this Jesus guy and get the fuck out of here. Morals do matter. Okay. You see what I mean? For all the people that's on the fence, listen to Jesus, because Jesus is in this motherfucker. Shout out to Jesus. Jesus is in the fucking chat room. Shout out to Jesus. Shout out, see? Jesus is right. Yeah, he's right for you. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. He came for you, man. Jesus came to save your soul. Get out of here while you can. Because this shit is getting real dark. Now, let's get back on point. Seduction. Right? How do you seduce somebody? Seduction is basically putting somebody to sleep. Not consciously like you actually put them to sleep, but you put their conscious mind to sleep, or basically put their mind in the alpha state. You put their mind in the alpha state and you're able to speak directly into their subconscious mind. When you are able to speak directly into the subconscious mind, you are able to execute your will through them. So again, remember, at all times, the mind is the greatest resource. You really don't need to think about anything else but the mind. That's the first universal law. All is mental, period. You don't need to ever go beyond the mind. All you have to think about is the mind. If you get in here, you can have anything on this planet. If you can manipulate, and again, the mind also isn't physical. Although we point to the brain, the mind isn't the brain, just to make that clear. The mind exists at a higher plane. The mind sends signals to the brain. Your mind, you can say, is your imagination. Now, Can you imagine yourself seducing somebody and executing your will? Right? Again, shout out to Jesus. Jesus is light. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? You came because you knew what the fuck was up. That's how you know. You know what I mean? Keep it coming. Keep speaking that Christianity, man. I'm proud of you. You know, you came to save your people. You know what I mean? Let me have it. Let me take a seat. You know, we're gonna really go in. All right. Heaven and hell is made by humans, absolutely. Again, you see it's a war right now, right? This is why I'm making so much information at this time. People say that, well, you know, why am I coming with so much information? Because it's time, and we clearly see what's going on. It's just time to get this information out. It's time to stop playing games. It's all about love. What is love, man? You know, when you ask these people serious questions, they just fold up. They just fold up. You know, they can't even answer simple questions. So, again, pay them no mind or listen to them and save your soul. Let's get back to seduction. Now, witchcraft. How does a witch seduce a person? What does she use? Makeup, scents, or like incense or perfume, and you can say voice. She uses her voice, she uses makeup, she uses perfume, she uses body language, and she uses her eyes. Right? Those 5 things. Those 5 things in combination will literally have a man's jaw wide open. Because what is makeup? Makeup is art. Makeup is paint. Makeup is using natural elements of the earth to beautify your face, to put on whatever type of image you want to put on. You can create yourself. You can create a face. You can create whatever image you want to display. Whatever energy, whatever deity. You can say every type of look. You know, Marilyn Monroe has a look. Every famous star has a certain look, right? You can apply that energy and connect directly with that deity putting on your face. So whatever face you put on, you can connect with a particular deity using their look, studying their look, how they, put the mask on. So when you put on the mask, the makeup, you are putting on the image of a deity. Now, perfume. Perfume is what? Pretty much herbs. It's a certain combination of herbs. Now, depending on what you are trying to get out of a person, for example, if it's money, if it's love, if it's lust, so on and so forth, you will mix up a certain batch of herbs, mix it up with your sexual fluids, and anoint yourself with it. You are anointing the god, right? What else do you use? You use your voice. You use sexual innuendo, meaning you say things without saying it. You say it subtly, meaning you can talk sexually without using sexual words. It's an art. It's an art using sexual innuendos without actually using sexual words. Is something you have to practice, but you will be able to get it down pat once you practice it. Because you know that it's affecting the person because you can see the reactions in their face. Remember, you learn to face read. Because what they are not saying with their mouth, they will say with their face. A little twitch of the eye, the eyebrow raised up. You will be able to see how you are affecting the person looking directly at their face and how their face reacts. So you will be able to know what works and what is working and what isn't working by examining a person's face. That's why you use your eye contact and you look deep into their eyes. Now, the body motion, jingle with the zipper. Yeah, see, people up in here is giving out game as well. So definitely pay attention to the comments because they're giving out game too. Hell yeah, shout out to Jesus. Jesus is in this motherfucker because they know they know it's some shit going on. Fuck you and Jesus. Yeah, motherfucker. Jesus had to make an appearance tonight. Jesus had to make a fucking appearance tonight. You know what I mean? That's what the fuck it is. Nah. The body language, the swaying of the hips, you know what I mean? It's you move like a snake. You use the energy of the snake to manipulate your body. So you put the deity's energy on your face. You use your body to move like a snake. Because remember, to get the arousal going, you use your voice to speak deeply straight into a person's subconscious mind by using sexual innuendo, which is basically speaking in code, meaning you are speaking directly into their subconscious mind. Consciously, you're just using words, but subconsciously, they know exactly what you're talking about. That's how people can get turned on. You can be talking about fucking batteries, but it's the way you're talking about batteries which will make it very lustful, and it would basically arouse somebody. It don't matter what you're talking about. You can use sexual innuendo, which is how you're talking about batteries. Now, using these elements, and again, we're just going over the basic. CB do. Right, exactly. We're just going over the basics. Now, using those combination of elements there, and after practice, every day you should be practicing your witchcraft. And again, this can be applied to man or a woman. Now, of course, as a man, you wouldn't be putting on makeup and all that. But we don't really have to rely so much on our physical features because, we have the masculine energy is a lot more direct. Whereas the feminine energy, can bend and shape and twist and do all this other shit. We're more direct. So you really don't have to do that. That's why I'm going to talk about the satanic rituals a little bit later. Everybody please research the origins of witchcraft and black magic. Well, I already gave you the origins. It's original culture. That's what it is. That's what motherfuckers was practicing before they was, worshiping white Jesus. You know what I mean? So, again, it's real when Jesus had to make a personal appearance. You know what I mean? I'm honored that Jesus is in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to send no negative energy. I'm honored that Jesus made a fucking appearance. You love witchcraft? Exactly, because it wouldn't feel the way it feels if it wasn't meant for you. You know that rush you get when you have seduced a person? If any of you have seduced anybody who's, all right, press a 1 if you have successfully seduced somebody in your lifetime and you know exactly how it feels. Press a 1. I know you motherfuckers is hitting. Bring out the light. Look at all these motherfucking ones. See this shit? Look at that. See, they thought it was just me. They thought I'm just talking. Look at all these ones. Now, that feeling you get when you have successfully seduced, that rush, that adrenaline rush, you wouldn't get that if it was wrong. That's the Kundalini rising. Why does the Kundalini respond to seduction? Because that's how you raise up your power level. Meaning, you have to seduce on a daily basis. To practice your witchcraft, you seduce on a daily basis. Every day, you gotta knock a bitch. Knock a bitch every day for the men out there. Every single day. To build up your power. Of course, Jesus is not going to press 1. Why would, even though Jesus is a master manipulator. Jesus got way more holes than I can dream of. So let's not bullshit ourselves. Jesus got mad holes on his dick currently, but I'm not. I didn't. You didn't hear that from me. Now you build up your power level with the art of seduction. You need to feel that adrenaline rush on a daily basis. You need to feel that, because not only is it healing you. This lady seduced me. I turned my magic all the way off. You know what I mean? Sometimes we do get hurt. We go through relationships and we get hurt and we turn the other way. But, you know, eventually you turn right back around to where you're supposed to be. So on a daily basis, you use your seduction on a daily basis. When you use your seduction on a daily basis, it raises up your Kundalini. See, this is the dark side. Now, is this the only way to rise up the Kundalini? No, I've spoke about many other ways. The reason I'm speaking about this now is because I spoke about the other ways, the lighter side of how to do these things. Now we're going into the dark side. Now we are practicing the dark arts. This is the dangerous field that I was speaking about, when you had to get over fear, because now you had to place yourself in potentially dangerous situations. But you trust in your witchcraft and you trust in your magic, and you are fully protected. See, this is the thing. This is when you use your sigils and you use your mantras and you use your magic, when you place yourself in dangerous situations so that you can seduce the person you are supposed to seduce. When you subdue a person, you can create a whole reality in their mind, because they open up a little window for you to do that. See, this is the thing. For the people who allow themselves to get seduced because they allow it to happen, because again, you're not using physical force. So everything that's happening, it is being allowed. See, that's the thing that nobody will ever tell you. Even the person who is getting seduced is enjoying the seduction. They're not fighting it like, oh, I'm not, what are you doing to me? No, they are perfectly allowing you to seduce them. They are allowing you to create on their mind or in their mind. They are allowing this to take place, because at any moment they can get the fuck up and walk away. But the fact that they are sitting there and they are allowing it to happen means that it is okay. That's what makes it morally correct, because there's no force being involved. You are not forcing anybody to do anything. You are seducing a person who is allowing themselves to be seduced, who will allow you to manifest in their mind, and who will allow you to take control of their mind, and who will allow you to manifest your will using their subconscious mind. Period. You get what I'm saying? So, if it is being allowed, there's no force. They are allowing you to basically take control of their minds. The same way you get on a horse and the horse allows you to ride it, they are allowing you to go inside of their mind and take control of it, because it is a pleasurable experience. It's another thing they're not going to tell you. Because it's like, well, why would a person want to be seduced? How could it be pleasurable? Because it fucking feels good. Because that same adrenaline rush that you get from seducing somebody, you are giving them that same adrenaline rush by seducing them. It's not, you say it's not morally correct because they're not of the same conscious understanding as a person who's manipulating them. What makes you think they're not, if they're sitting there allowing it to happen? Now, we can't say these people are super weak, that they can't get up out their seat and walk away. They are choosing to be manipulated by choice. You are not using any force. No police can walk in and put handcuffs on you and say, oh, you manipulated this person. You're not going to jail for it. So, you are not breaking any laws either. So, we can see about it. So even if you feel it's not morally correct, you don't get punished for it. So again, and it's all about, since you guys believe in a man-made law and religious law, you're not breaking no man-made law, because you can't get locked up for it, because you're not using force. They are allowing themselves to be seduced. So this is why people, always have their opinion on it, because it is allowed on both minds. Both minds is allowing it to happen. You are not doing anything that they are not open to receiving. You know what I mean? Now, It's not even that you have to move in secret, because you are not doing it in secret, because again, the other person that is being seduced is fully aware of what you are doing. They are allowing you to do it because you are giving them that same adrenaline rush that you're getting from doing it. When you get that adrenaline rush, best believe that they are feeling the exact same way you are feeling. Using seduction can make them a slave? Absolutely. Now, you would say, would a person willingly be a slave? Oh, see, they don't want to hear that. So we're going to get real deep. They say, well, why would a person willingly be a slave? Because it fucking feels good. And because it gets them going. Why? For example, look at it this way. Let's just say you have a very wealthy man, right? Who just throws money at whatever the fuck he chooses. Now, if he wants to throw his money on a woman that is seducing him because it's pleasurable for him, it's entertainment for him, this is his form of entertainment. He likes to be seduced because, it's a very pleasurable thing. He likes to be around beautiful women who know how to channel that energy of certain deities and who know how to manipulate their perfume, their voice, their body language, their eye contact, in all ways that gets him aroused. Why wouldn't he pay for that service? This is what he enjoys doing. The same way people get up every day and go to the market and buy food that they want to eat. Motherfuckers is out here buying pussy. Let's just call it what it is. The sex trade generates more money than any other trade. That would not be true if motherfuckers didn't like spending money on witches. Not just any woman, but witches. A pimp is a man witch. You can say that. That's a good assessment. You can say that. Now, why would a person want to be a slave? Can you really make a slave? You got your own bitch? Absolutely. You can make a slave because people are willing to be slaves. If people are willing to do any and everything for money, what make you think you can't make a slave? And we want to talk about morals. Where is the morality when it comes to getting this check? We don't want to talk about that, right? You can be a slave to your lower self? Absolutely. So, if a motherfucker wants to be a slave to their lower nature, you are just allowing them to be what they already choose to be. See, most of the manipulation is already taking place within them. They already want to be a slave to lust or whatever it may be, right? You said, am I down there selling hoes? Let's not get into this. Well, I guess we already into it. If a person wants to be a slave to their lower nature, you are just allowing them to do it in a controlled fashion. That's what it is. Because again, you are not doing anything to harm these people. That's not the goal. You are just allowing them to be a slave to their own nature in a constructive format. What do you mean? Meaning you're not going to get this person strung out on drugs. You're not going to put this person in harm's way. You're just going to use them for whatever you want to use them for. So, I can pimp you out. Look, let's stay focused. We can talk about this on a different format. Now, y'all gonna get me sidetracked with all this shit. Now, let me repeat that one more time. If a person wants to be a slave to their lower nature, and you come along and you play along, because why not be a slave to your lower nature when you have a playmate, right? If they want to be a slave to their lower nature and you allow it because like, hey, let's do it. Let's have sex. Let's get this money or whatever. If it's greed, if it's lust, if it's gluttony, if it's being a sloth, whatever the case is. If a person wants to be a slave to their lower nature, you just come along and say, because you already noticed that, because you can notice it the same way you can notice hoes if you look close enough. You can tell a hoe from a regular woman. You can see them because you already know. If you listen to what I described and you see all those attributes, then you know them when you see them. So again, if a person wants to be a slave to their lower nature and you come along as a playmate or as somebody who like, hey, let's do it, and you keep them in a controlled format so you don't allow this person to hurt themselves, then this person will be your slave willingly because they want to be a slave first to their lower nature. So when you come in and all you do is, just massage their mind, like, hey, it's all right, because they may be a little nervous at first, but you allow them, like, okay, you can be a slave to your lower nature. I'll make sure you are protected. Who's going to say no to that shit? See? If a person wants to be greedy, for example, a person want like, hey, I want to make, as the dude said earlier, I want to make 10K in a week, right? If a person wants to do that, and a hoe comes along, say, hey, oh, you want to make 10K in a week? Let me assist you in making this 10K in a week. I'm going to support that vision. You're going to be mad at the man that wants 10K, or you're going to be mad at the woman that wants to bring that vision to life. Yeah, come right the fuck along and let's make this fucking 10K. Because this allows him to get whatever it is that he wants the 10K for, and this allows her to ravish in her lust. So he ravish in his greed, and she ravishes in her lust. Perfect team. So they both are getting that adrenaline rush. She gets to be a lustful deity. He gets to be a greedy deity. And guess what? It is what it is. Right? They both are getting what they want out of it. He wants money. She wants lust. She's very lustful. So she wants to basically, pop the pussy. Shake her money maker, as they say, right? So both people are satisfying each other's realities. So the person will willingly be your slave, right? They will willingly help you manifest your vision because they are getting something out of it as well. When you don't get what you want but the other person does, if you don't get what you want and the other person does, you wasn't clear enough with your intentions. Like, for example, like the person who wants money, you have to be clear that, okay, I want to be a little greedy because, again, I don't want to punch this clock. I don't want to do it the normal way. I don't want to take the right hand path. I want to take the left hand path. He or she has to be clear with their intention and accept that they will be working with darker spirits. And again, you can say you are feeding demonic entities. It's not that you are not. However, as long as you control your hunger and you don't allow yourself to go under, you will be just fine. See, people would say, avoid it. It's too dangerous. It's too chaotic. But the energy is there for you to work with if you have a strong enough mind. If you have a strong enough mind to control your greed, to control your lust, to control your sloth, to control your gluttony, you will be able to have as many slaves as you would like. All you have to do is to find a person's, I don't want to say weakness, I would say find a person's fun button. Find a person's fun button. If it's lust, the only thing you have to do is appeal to the lust. What if those things could be achieved in safer, more peaceful ways? They can. You know? I'm not saying that they can't, but this is specifically talking about witchcraft. This is why I'm speaking about this. If you want to do these things in safer ways, you know, there's plenty of people that will help you achieve that. But right here at this moment, we're talking about the dark arts. Now, if you appeal, I'll say it one more time, if you appeal to a person's fun button, if that happens to be lust, if you can set up a board game, for example, if you can set up a game here, here's how you can fulfill your fun button. Here's how you can fulfill your lust. And here's how we can benefit each other. So, right, it has to be an even exchange, of course. I want money, you want lust. Let's work together. Right? Witchcraft will send you to hell. Well, you know, we already in hell. You know, have you heard about America? You know, let's not play games here, Jesus. You know what I mean? But again, shout out to Jesus. Shout out to Jesus. Jesus had to make a personal appearance for this video. I am honored that Jesus is in the fucking house. Now, let's get into these satanic rituals. Right? Now, let's get real dark. So, what is the core reason a person would do a satanic ritual? Right? What is a satanic ritual? This is basically what a satanic ritual is. Meaning, let's just say, again, a person that wants to satisfy their greed. If you want to work with the greed demons, we're going to call them, for this example, we're going to call them greed demons. Or we're going to call them lust demons or whatever demons, right? What you do is that you make a petition to the greed demons. And again, you can say there's an actual deity that rules over these particular, I think they call it the, I don't even remember, it's the 7 something, you know, the 7 fucking wrongs of the world or some shit, you know, sloth, greed, gluttony, etc., you can find it. So it's a deity that rules over each of these things, right? You petition that particular deity. So if it's greed, you're going to petition the god or the demon that rules over greed, right? You petition that demon. You want a wealth man? And again, a wealth man is a greedy man, is he not? Is a wealthy man not a greedy man? Let's be real here, right? So if you want a wealthy man, that means you want a man that's greedy for money. How did he amass his wealth if he wasn't greedy for money or if he wasn't super ambitious about his money? So you will petition the greed demons or the greed spirits. You will petition them. How do you petition a greed deity? Once you figure out what the deity that rules over greed, then you can say you can write a contract. Oh yeah, we're gonna get real diabolical right now. Write a contract of what your desire is, right? So if you want a wealthy man, or again, as I was speaking about earlier, you want to be able to get inside a wealthy man's head and press his fun buttons. You want to satisfy a greedy man's lust. That's what you want to do. If you satisfy his lust, he will satisfy your greed. Because really, you can say it's your greed. If you want the money, or you want what the money can give you, that's you satisfying your greed demons. Okay, then what will you give in return? You write out a contract and you say what you will give in return. As I'm just saying, if you want money, then you have to give the other person what they want. And again, in this case, it would be lust. So you want to satisfy your greed demon, and you want somebody that you can help satisfy their lust demon. So once you write down what you want and what you are willing to give in return, and you petition that particular deity or those particular, the greed deity and the lust deity. So you figure out, you match them up, whatever it may be. So you match up the greed with the lust. Lilith had me fucked up. I got into a physical fight the day I worked with her. She did allow me to win a fight, but I turned back to Jesus. You know what it is. You know, Lilith ain't nothing to play with. You know, that's when you start working with the clip off. When you start fucking with the clip off, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Jesus is a way. Absolutely. Shout out to all the Jesus followers in here. You know what I mean? Like y'all don't have shit else to do right now than watch this diabolical shit. So, you know, I'm glad that y'all listening to it, because y'all just as sinister as we are. If you in here listening to my dark ass, you going to hell right along with all of us, goddammit. So we'll see you there. Now, you write the petition down. Satisfy the greed demon, satisfy the lust demon. Now, once you are clear with your intentions and what you are willing to give, and you find a particular deities that work over there. Lilith is my homie. We work very close. I have no need for Jesus. Oh yeah. Well, we know what you about, Destiny. We know what the fuck you about. Let's not fool ourselves here. Now, let me get up. It's dark as fuck. Now, once you petition the deities, you write out your contract. You create a sigil. I was showing y'all a bunch of sigils in the last video, right? I was showing y'all a bunch of sigils. So you create a sigil to represent the contract that you just made, right? You create a sigil. So again, for the lust demons, you may want to draw a snake. For the greed demons, you may want to draw the money signs, or do you like the dollar signs, or whatever. You know what I mean? Create a sigil to represent the contract that you just wrote. Then charge the contract with your sexual energies. Meaning your fucking semen or your fucking orgasm, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You charge it, then place it on your altar. Place it on your altar and let it sit. You know what I mean? And go out there and knock you a fucking hoe. Or go out there and knock you a wealthy man. You know what I mean? Because now you got the energy on your side. Now you have petitioned the energy. Now you have placed a thought in your subconscious mind. Now, at that point, all you have to do is go out and make it happen. Because you already have petitioned the deity, so the people that's already lustful, they're going to be drawn to you. This is how hoes attract, this is how hoes attract men. They're already petitioned lust deities. The only thing you got to do is meet with somebody who's already on that frequency, because now you in that frequency. You get what I'm saying? So y'all already know what this is. Definitely shout out to all the Jesus followers once again. Y'all should definitely check out my other videos. They're just as dark and sinister. You will have a good time watching it. Since you guys like this topic, because I don't see you motherfuckers in the church, you know? Take your ass to church, but you're not going to take your ass to church. You're going to sit and you're going to listen to this diabolical shit, right? So instead of getting at me, what are you doing here? Listening to me, knowing damn well you are interested in everything that's being said, or you wouldn't be here. Why don't you cover your ears? No, you are listening to every word that's coming out of my mouth, because you know this is real shit. It is what it is. Don't try to fool yourselves. You know what I mean? I see you, Rick James. I see you, Jesus. I see you, Jesus followers. You know? Christians are hypocrites. Exactly. This should be the last video they should click on, right? But it's the first video. But they're looking at me. What the fuck are you doing in here? You know? But again, we're going to let them sit and enjoy themselves, because they're having a good time like we having a good time. So at the end of the day, you know, nobody's in church tonight, as I see. You know, everybody is going straight to hell tonight. But, you know, it is what it is. Back to the hoes. Now, there it is. I'm just giving y'all some examples. Now again, you don't have to do it exactly as I said it. You can be as creative as you like. But since y'all want to talk about hoes, we can talk about hoes. What y'all want to know about hoes? I'll break down whatever y'all want to know. Ask me a question. What you want to know about the hoes? Have you ever seen a demon? Yeah, I was fighting a fucking demon Saturday. I saw a motherfucking demon Saturday night. Hoes in different area codes. See, this is what it is. A hoe, the sacred whore. Oh, y'all don't want me to get into the sacred whore. How do you fight a demon away? How to program a female to submit to you? All right, let's just talk about hoes in general. Since y'all would like to know, is admit y'all diabolical minds. See, I want y'all to admit y'all diabolical ways. Don't just have me speaking this shit. Y'all want to be hidden behind a fucking camera. Someone send a demon to me in between sleep. No. Yeah, see again. Even if you just get this knowledge to protect yourself, you better get it. You better know what's out there so that you don't become a victim of it. It's either, you either use this shit or it's going to get used on you. It is what it is. Now let's talk about the hoes. Hoes are emissaries or messengers of deities. What do I mean? Take, for example, a porn star. If you study a particular porn star, see again, I guess this is directed to the guys who watch porn, even women, if y'all have a favorite porn star. Whoever your favorite porn star is, because I know you motherfuckers have a favorite porn star, at least, or at some point. She represented a particular deity. That's why you were drawn to her. She represents a particular deity. For example, for the people that's into Palo Mayombe and know about Mama Chola, there's certain porn stars that are messengers of Mama Chola. There are certain porn stars that are representations of Oshun, for the Yoruba or the Ifa, right? There are certain porn stars that represent Mary Magdalene, the whore. You get what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. If you want to work with if you want to draw hoes to you, I'll give y'all this because I know this shit works. If you want to draw hoes to you, work with the deity Allah. Like Allah for the Muslims, work with the deity Allah, which is the female version of Allah. Right? Work with Allah, Allaht or some shit. Work with the female deity Allah. She's a fertility goddess. Chant her name before you go to sleep, and she will come to you in a very sexual manner. So if you want to attract the whole energy, work with Allah. That's the deity that they represent. If we want to just make it basic, work with the deity Allah. The same way I told you to petition, the lust deities and all that stuff, petition Allah. Her symbol is the crescent moon, right? Petition Allah. Write a contract out, what you want from her and what you're willing to give back, and work with the deity Allah. Will a deity harm you? If you want them to. If you want them to harm you, they'll harm you. But, in a pleasurable way. They may bite your fucking finger and it feels wonderful. Because remember, you're in a dream world. So again, certain shit that may not make sense here will make sense there. So again, write a petition to Allah and tell her of all the freaky, nasty shit that you want to do, or all the money you're trying to achieve, or what you want to do to hoes and how you want to please her. And best believe she's gonna come running to your ass. What if we're in a place that can't set up an altar? Set that shit up in the closet in a very dark place. And if you just can't set up an altar, set up an altar in your mind. That's all you really need is your mind. If you don't have the physical tools to do all this stuff, keep that shit in your mind and just create sigils. So, you know what I mean? Are deities conscious? Absolutely. They are only aspects of energy. Again, you give it form because you are making a petition to the particular deity. Now, of course, these deities represents energies that's already within us, but you are bringing that energy, You are taking that energy from inside of yourself and you are placing it on the outside. You are taking it from the subjective reality and placing it into the objective reality. That's what you're doing. That's what you do when you write out the contract. That's what you do when you charge up the sigil. That's what you do when you chant the deity's name. So you are taking something that's already within you and you are placing it on the outside of you. That's what you're doing. So if you want a lot to manifest material in the material realm for you in the form of a hoe or a form of a very beautiful woman that you find attractive, that you want to take control of her mind, that's what you do. You take something from within you. Just like, they say in the Bible where Eve came out of Adam's rib, metaphorically, it's about taking something that's within you and placing it into the objective reality. Look like clouds behind you. I'll give y'all a 360. You can't really see the clouds. Let me see. Can y'all see the moon? There's only one God. All the deities are demons and wolves in sheep clothing. I hear you, Jesus. Keep spitting that shit. For all you Christian worshipers in this motherfucker, Jesus has made his appearance on earth tonight for this special event. Let me see if y'all can see the moon. You see the moon? I don't know if I can zoom in. Oh yeah, I can zoom in a little bit. There you go. Moon is kind of hiding behind clouds. Zoom back out. All right. My thoughts on Houston, Texas. I did a video talking about the hurricane. It's 2 videos back. So I did a whole video dedicated to the hurricane. I already did that. It's called Hurricane Harvey and the Significance of the Number 7. I just did a whole hour-long video about that. What did the solar eclipse mean? I did a whole video on the solar eclipse. Did a whole video, whole hour long on that. Just go back a couple videos. It's called Solar Eclipse Madness. Do I have a level of disdain for Jesus? I'm honored that he made his presence. You know what I mean? So actually, I'm humble. I'm humble that Jesus is in here talking that shit. Leading his Christian worshipers back to him and saving their souls from this diabolical madness. So I'm honored that he would make his presence here because he know what this shit is. You get what I'm saying? Says 10,000 on that sign. Oh shit, that sign do say 10,000. You see? Everybody be seeing manifestation all throughout my videos, so it is what it is. Man, I broke my fast, and I need to sit. It's all good, man. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day, so don't let that shit, get you off track. Tomorrow's a new day. Can you talk a little about blood magic? Absolutely, sure. If you motherfuckers are brave enough to drink your own blood, or to put blood on your sigil instead of your semen, if you are brave enough to do that, that will make anything you're doing extra powerful. So just add blood to your drink, add blood to your sigils, put blood in like a eyedropper thing and put that shit in your eyes, rub that shit in your fucking skin. But again, if you're really sinister with your shit, if you're really about that life, blood will enhance anything that you're doing. So blood magic is definitely on top of the list, but I didn't really talk about it because I don't think motherfuckers got the stomach for all that shit. What negativity comes with blood magic? I mean, it's your own blood. No, don't fuck with animal blood. I ain't talking about that. Use your own fucking blood. If you're going to cut anything open, cut yourself. Or wait till your period come on. You know what I mean? So use your own blood. So the only negative thing you would experience drinking your own blood is some shit that was already within you. You know what I mean? So other than that, you should be just fine. It's going to give you an adrenaline rush. Yeah, pure adrenaline, right? It's going to give you an adrenaline rush. You're playing Russian roulette with your soul. See, Jesus is in here spitting. You see, Jesus is trying to mac his way into the hearts and souls of the people here. I see you, Jesus. He's trying to mac his way into this shit. Is that similar to blood over intent? Absolutely. You can program your own blood to do, again, like water is like blood. water, you can program water. So the same way you can program water, you can program blood. So you can collect some blood, program that blood with an intention, then place it on your seal or, put it on, your amulets or your stones or whatever it is, and it'll already have the intention on there. You already know. See, if Jesus himself didn't come to save y'all souls, then, I wouldn't be honored. But the fact that Jesus had to make a fucking appearance personally, just let me know what it is. This motherfucker had to make a personal appearance. What do you mean by program? Program is just setting an intention. It's like you can chant over blood, like, chant a mantra, or just, you can put an intent. Just use your mind to program it. Like, you can program water. Like, water holds intention, water holds thought. So use your mind to program the blood and program it with your intention. So take your finger, point to the blood, imagine a beam of light coming out of your finger, and circle it around the blood. Your imaginary wand, use your wand to circle it around the blood and charge up your attention with your finger. Charge up the blood with your attention using your finger. Have you ever seen the videos people post on blood over intent? Nah, I have not. Mayweather must have drink lion's blood. Hey, who knows? I don't think he's into all this stuff, but who knows? What do Satanists do? They worship the devil with common sense. I know Jesus. Like I said, I'm honored to be talking to you right now. I'm actually your biggest fan. I'm your biggest fan, man. You came to my little ass video to make an appearance. I'm honored, man. We should chat. We should chat one day. You know what I mean? When I cut myself like my finger or something, no, don't. I mean, women have it a little easier. Just wait for your period and work with that. Work with your period blood if you're a woman. It's only if you're a man, you just gotta suck it up and you just gotta deal with the shit. But women, you can just use a menstrual blood. You don't really have to do all that. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, do I need to say more? I think I made this shit pretty clear. When I draw a sigil on paper, I gotta bust a nut on it. Yeah, bust a nut on it, charge it with blood, use the semen. It's all blood anyway. Like, your semen is like, the semen is like blood. The semen is the equivalent to blood. That's why semen is a alternative to blood, because it is blood. So semen or blood works. He said niggas just want an excuse to jack off. I mean, everybody ain't brave enough to cut themselves, and use their actual blood. So it is what it is. I say at least if you gonna be working with your sexual energy, you might as well combine it with magic. You might as well combine it with magic instead of just fucking doing this shit and just let this shit just dry up in the fucking paper towel. What books do I study? Get this book called Sexual Alchemy by Donald Tyson. Get this. And Sexual Alchemy by Donald Tyson. Fuck with that shit. I was taught not to use my own blood on sigils. Well, shit. Don't use your own blood then. But if you want to harm another animal, or if you got to get blood from somebody, you got to harm something. So I don't condone harming a fucking animal or somebody else to get blood. I would use my own blood. But if you taught to not use your own blood, it is what it is. But I wouldn't personally recommend that. Guys, never use paper towel. You just got here, and we've been talking about all type of shit, man. But all right, for a recap, I'll do a recap. Don't even trip. We talking about witchcraft and satanic rituals. We talking about the mind is the greatest resource. Not money, not cars, not clothes. Being able to control a person's mind by implementing your will and manifesting your intention through another person, through using their mind. In other words, being able to create a slave. I guess I should have named the video how to create a slave. But a willing slave, not a force. It's not using physical force. It's using your mind power to create a slave, a willing slave, by appealing to whatever it is that they want. So if it's lust, you appeal to their lust. If it's greed, you appeal to their greed, and you exchange. So again, like a pimp and a hoe, the hoe feeds a pimp's greed, a pimp feeds a hoe's lust. Even exchange. So you use the even exchange to get inside a person's mind and control them, a willing servant, a willing slave, manifesting using their subconscious so that they can manifest your will in the most profound manner. And the satanic ritual is just using those deities, the greed demon or the greed demon or the lust demon. They have actual names. When you find out the name of the greed demon, you write a petition. Write a petition of what you want and what you're willing to give back. Use the names of the deities. Create a sigil after you write your contract, sign the contract, create a sigil to represent the contract. So put it in the form of a sigil or a seal. Charge the seal with your blood or with your semen. Program the blood and semen beforehand. Program it, then put it on your altar, then go out there and knock you a hoe or go out there and knock you a rich man. You know what I mean? Some pimps use the Bible to manipulate some women. You know what I mean? Pimps come in many different forms. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Again, now everybody watching this video will become the person that's doing the manipulation and not the person that's being manipulated, right? I use this ism, absolutely. You know what I mean? So use this to manifest anything that you can possibly desire in the physical world. You can use these techniques and, you know, make this shit happen. Pastors or pimps, hey, it is what it is, right? You know, but now you can do some pimping on somebody's mind. You got the skill set now. Jesus is still in here. You know what I mean? Trying to say, okay, press 2 if Jesus has saved your soul tonight. If Jesus' presence have made you fucking change your mind about this satanic shit. Press 2 if Jesus has come in here and saved your soul. You know what I mean? I know he didn't save somebody's soul. All is mine. Can I make my chick a slave even though she don't trust me? Why don't she trust you? Why don't your chick trust you? Yeah, I see you greed revolution. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You know, why wouldn't your chick trust you? If I say one soul today, because he's a cheater, you can't control your lust, man. See, that's the thing. You gotta be fair. When you working with the dark arts, if you are not fair, this shit will flip the script on you and fuck you all the way up. You get what I'm saying? It was major misunderstandings and lies. I'm trying to make shit better. I never cheated. Again, always play fair. Never lie. And never, you don't have to see. This is the thing. We're not dealing with deceit. You don't have to lie. You don't have to deceive. This is you actually being completely honest and straightforward about what you're doing. See, this is what makes us different than all these other motherfuckers out here who have to lie and deceive. We don't have to lie. We don't have to deceive. We're being upfront. We're being honest. That's why you write the contract. That's why you make the seal. It's all about being honest. You get what I'm saying? So there's no need to deceive. There's no need to be, to mislead anybody. That's why I'm speaking to y'all with straight language. There's no manipulation going on. I'm giving y'all the game. You know what I mean? And again, whoever mind that you make a slave is because they want to be that. This is not something that you have to use force. You don't have to use force. They will willingly submit if you're honest enough to admit what you really want to do, they will be honest enough to admit what they really want to do. Then y'all will have y'all way with each other. So always use honesty. Always use honesty. There's no need to deceive. There's no need to lie. No need to cheat. No need to steal. How long have I been into this? Since 2013. It's like 4 or 5 years now. Any music rituals for creating dope lyrics and songs? There's always rumors about the dark arts and music. Oh yeah, the more you practice this shit, see, seduce you a muse. That's what you do. If you want to be inspired musically, seduce a muse. So instead of you seducing a hoe, seduce a muse, somebody who is inspired by music and who can understand the musical language. So use these techniques and seduce a muse so that she can inspire you to write the best shit of your life. So you seduce a muse. So again, it's not limited to hoes. You can seduce muses, professional women, lawyers, doctors, whatever the fuck you need. Whatever you need, you got access to it. Everybody has a mind. So whatever you need, you can have it. What's the difference between light and dark arts? There really is no difference. I feel like the dark arts is just honesty, whereas the light arts is deception. That's why, everybody who's considered light workers and all that, they will never admit what they're really doing. Whereas in the dark arts, we can be honest and we can just speak straightforward. That's why I can make videos like this and just tell the truth. Whereas somebody on the lighter side will fucking lie to you the whole video, then try to sell you a product or some shit and, say this or say that. They're just pretty much, they can't be honest. They are about illusions. You know what I mean? What are light workers doing really? They're not doing a damn thing. That's what they're doing. They're doing absolutely nothing. They're just speaking a lot of bullshit that don't have any substance. They're not really doing anything at all. That's what I'm saying it's about. It feels good to hear. It may look good and it may seem like the right path to take, but nothing is really being done. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Everybody got their own perspective. Where Jesus at though? I know he's still in here. You know what I mean? I'll be reading every comment, man. Keep spitting that shit. Can I be a billionaire and be heavy in the dark arts? Can the dark arts make me wealthy? If you put in the work. See, that's the thing. It's not good. This again, I'm not selling no dreams like this shit is gonna be at the snap of a finger. No. You gotta knock you a bitch. Several bitches. You trying to be a billionaire? It's possible. But how many hoes you gotta knock to be a billionaire? You gotta do the calculations in your mind. You know what I mean? It's possible, but you gotta knock you several hoes. Several on top of several on top of several. You have to have a mastermind operation and do it to a level to where, you have to be very intricate. I would suggest you fast and you truly think about that shit. You know what I mean? I'm a light worker with a different angle. I mean, we are all light. So let me say that. We are all light. We are all manifested light. So I'll say that. So when I say light worker, that's just somebody who is manifesting their light into the conscious reality. So no knock to the light workers out there. Everybody's on their path. It is what it is. Billionaire is just in the realm of being a computer. Drake or Meek Mill? What the fuck you mean Drake or Meek Mill? Neither. I don't listen to neither one of those dudes. What do we mean by knock me a bitch? You gotta enslave the minds of many women, man. How clear do I have to make it? You have to enslave the mind of many lustful women. How long do I gotta fast? Fast for like 3 days. If you're really trying to do some masterful shit like that, you gotta fast and you gotta really plan it all out. Plan it all out. Clear your mind, clear your body, fast, get your stamina up, and go out there and rule the world, man. Australia is watching. Peace out, Australia. Are you a Satan worshiper? Nah, I don't worship anything. Satan is more like a peer. You know what I mean? There's no worship going on. Nobody's on their knees. A gray worker, gray worker. You mean Donald Trump knocked some several bitches? No, Donald Trump just knocked him top-notch bitch. And that's all he needed. But before he was married, you see, he was knocking several bitches. So he's just married now so he can be look good as a president. But if you see him in his older days, this motherfucker was knocking them left and right. Mastermind. Study that motherfucker. Study Donald Trump. You trying to knock you some bitches? Study that motherfucker. So yeah, you want to study some dark art, study this motherfucker and the way he was handling them hoes. Enslaving many women is hard to do. Is absolutely. He may need Jesus here. It's definitely. Women are pure chaos. Just letting you motherfuckers know right now. You gotta master this chaos. Women are pure fucking chaos. So start off with one and, you know, see if you can handle that. If you can handle one, you know, it is what it is. So just be a hoe. What you mean by that? Again, hoes are sacred. So at no time and no moment are we degrading women here. We're talking about sacred women, sacred witches, sacred whores. You know, these are very divine women doing divine work on this earth plane by knocking them bitches. Well, if you're knocking bitches, you're not being a hoe. If you're knocking bitches. But, again, I guess I'm using street lingo. You may not understand. But again, a knock a bitch is to enslave the mind of a woman or women. And how you enslave the mind, that's what we've been talking about, you know, for the last hour and a half. You know what I mean? Here's Jesus. Darkness has all of his backwords. That's Satan's world to pervert God's word. You know, he really be, see, Jesus be saying some profound shit, right? Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, they not bitches too. Now, I don't know their full story, but I'm pretty sure they was in that, they was doing what they was doing. But again, you can get rich without having hoes. That's just one route. I'm not saying that you have to do that. That's just a way to do it. Not the way. It's just a way. No, don't trip, sister. Everybody gonna say what they gonna say. It is what it is. It is what it is. You said, what if you're not a hoe? Then if you're not a hoe, be a witch. You know? And, you know, use your mind to get what you want. So again, that's what I'm saying. Everybody has their own reality. You may not be a hoe. You may not be a witch. You may not be this. You may not be that. But use this same information and apply it to however you choose to apply it. I'm just giving out examples. This is not the end all be all. This is just an example when you apply it to whatever your lifestyle is. You know what I mean? It's all good. The only reason Donald Trump not bitches is because he's rich. Are you so sure about that? How did he get rich though? You think he wasn't getting pussy? You know what I mean? You gotta analyze it. Have you read any of his books? You gotta analyze it. You know what I mean? You gotta see what was really going on. Come to Philly? Yeah, definitely Philly. Philly be showing a lot of love. I've been to Philly. I like it. I like it. I like the East Coast. The East Coast. I like the people. You know what I mean? Very business orientated. No nonsense with the shits. I fuck with Philly. I fuck with Chi. Absolutely. I definitely fuck with Chi-Town. Without question. All the motherfucking savages out there. Absolutely. I have a twin in Philly. That's what's up. Thoughts on the Salem witch trails? I don't know what the Salem witch trails are. Why do witchcraft? Do it if you choose to. If it's in your heart, do it. If it's not in your heart, move on. Again, this is not the end all be all. If it doesn't appeal to you, don't do it. North Philly in this bitch. Shout out to North Philly. You know what I mean? Philly in the motherfucking house. Shout out to motherfucking Philly. I fuck with the East Coast niggas heavy. East Coast bitches too heavy. You know what I mean? I really fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? Chi-Town. You know, obviously Detroit, Texas. You know what I mean? Jersey, New York. You know, LA. You know, we can go on and on and on and on and on. Remember, there is light and there is darkness. You're absolutely right, Jesus. Absolutely. You got to follow the cycles. Follow the cycles. If you are in tune with the universe, aka in tune with yourself, you will know what to do when it's time to do it. So when it's time to go out there and get the money, you will know exactly how to get the money. When it's time to lay low and chill, you will know what to do. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So don't don't use the dark arts without still using your spiritual exercises and still doing your spiritual work. You still gotta fast. You know, you still gotta have a clear mind. You still have to constantly be working rituals, working with these deities. So don't allow the dark arts to say that, oh, you don't have to do this or you don't have to do that. You still gotta do what you gotta do spiritually to keep your mind focused, to keep your spirit from getting too tainted, and to keep your spirit pure. You know what I mean? You gotta always keep yourself cleansed so that you're not pulled down by the bullshit. Bronx and East Harlem, shout out to motherfucking the Bronx, shout out to East Harlem. I fuck with Harlem. I got some fucking Kush. No, was it Kush? No, I got some fucking sour diesel from Harlem. That shit blew my fucking mind. Shout out to motherfucking Harlem. You know what I mean? Got some good ass weed. I fuck with Harlem. Salem witch trials where the Americans kick. Is where America killed mad women. Oh, okay, I see what y'all talking about. Well, now you know why they killed mad women. What makes a woman mad? Study the deity Dionysus. If you really want to see if you really want to know how to drive women crazy, study the deity Dionysus. That's how you can turn a woman mad using that energy if you really want to get serious with it. You know what I mean? So definitely the same thing, when they was, hunting witches, the witch hunts. What's with all, the priests, the oracles, why they killing all the women? Because the women are powerful. Whether they the one using the mind, or they the one on the earth plane. See, either you the Babylon or you the Lilith. Either you the sacred whore or you the whore on the earth. But either way, you powerful. Because again, hoes is out here making plenty dough, just like hoes is out here at masterminds as well. Got their business on point, got their business minds on point. So you can be either or both. So it ain't just literally just land on your back. It's about being business minded as well. You know what I mean? Talk about the demon I had a fight with. I had a fight with Callie. I talked about it last video as well, but I'll reiterate it real quick. I had a fight with Callie. In my grandparents' basement. She was fucking with me at first, but then she turned on me. She switched up on me, and I had to basically blow her up with a rocket launcher. It just was what it was. It's one of those things where, again, women are pure chaos. So one minute they can be with you, and the next minute they can flip if they're not satisfied. But that's another thing you have to deal with. When you're dealing with the dark arts, you're really dealing with, chaos energy that can really flip on you. So the energy flipped on me. So she just really manifested herself. She taught me the lesson that don't ever get too comfortable, and don't ever think that a woman may not flip on you at the drop of a dime. Because you're dealing with pure chaos, especially when you're working with the dark arts. These women, you may be dealing with some real sinister women, so don't think for one moment and get too comfortable. You always got to sleep with one eye open. Always be focused. Always have your protection up and always be on point. You know what I mean? It's the same way you will move when you in the streets. Got to always stay on point. All this shit we see in the news about these rallies is all theater, most likely. You know what I mean? The news just keep you, keep you in this realm. You're not going to transcend just thinking about what's going on in the world, what's happening in the world, what this person is doing, what this person is doing, what the government is doing, what the Illuminati is doing. It's about what are you doing, what's going on in your mind, and what's going on in your heart. What are you here to be? What are you here to manifest? If you follow light, which is Jesus, you will reap life. Salute to Jesus once again. This motherfucker has been here for a whole hour and a half, still hanging in there. You know what I mean? His whole essence has been poisoned by these dark, sinister words. You know what I mean? How pure is Jesus still? If you still here, man, listen to this sinister shit. You know what I mean? It sounds like the dark arts isn't bad, it's just another perspective. Absolutely. No right, no wrong, no good, no bad. It's all about perception. Simple as that. So if you can build your reality from that level of thinking, you can get far. But the moment you think you're doing something wrong, you shouldn't be doing this, you're evil, you're bad, you're wicked, the moment you think lowly of yourself, that's when you start attracting those type of bullshit scenarios. Always see yourself as a divine being, and you are above these man-made laws and these man-made rules and regulations that have been set in place for us to not realize who and what we are. Always transcend the bullshit. You know. How do you spell it? Dionysus? I think it's DionYsus. That's how you spell Dionysus. Yeah. DionYsus. Absolutely. Damn, I'm way back. Way back. If you had a girl, you wouldn't mind her being a hoe? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? As long as we have the same purpose and the game plan, we gonna definitely get this money and come up. Fuck the bullshit. Fuck all this moral shit. Fuck all the bullshit. We gonna get the money. We gonna come up. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's as real as I can get. How did I get her to go away? I had to kill her. You know, it was just one of those things where she wasn't gonna allow it to be any other way. It's like you had to kill her. You know, it's one of those things where it's either kill or be killed. So I had to fucking pull the trigger first type shit. That's all that was. You been watching me all day. Shout out to you, Green Revolution, man. Shout out to you. You know, I've been dropping bombs, man. It just in me. It just had to come out. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it no more. It just had to come out. I couldn't censor it no more. It just had to come out. Do I have to sleep with one eye open even with my wife? It just depends. You know. Do you trust your wife? If you trust your wife, then, you know, you shouldn't have to sleep with one eye open, but, you know, every woman is in trust. Sorry about that. Somebody called me. Not answering that. Shit, I don't even know where I was. Oh, okay. Have you ever met the devil? Absolutely. Absolutely. I have been attacked by the devil. He is real. How do you kill a demon? Use a sword and cut his head off. The same thing you would do with a snake. All right, but I got to work in the morning. Shout out to you, Talisa. You know what I mean? Stay safe out there in Detroit. You know what I mean? We'll talk soon. You know, keep giving these hoes wisdom. Absolutely. Stay safe out there. You know what I mean? Peace to you. Have a good night. You know what I mean? I gotta see what other. Yeah, definitely. Women are pure chaos. Don't ever get it twisted. Just like they say women are emotional, that just means they're chaotic. That's why they can flip on you. Happy 1 minute, chaotic the next minute. And it's how you deal with the chaos is what will make or break you. Because they will make or break you. It all depends on how you deal with the chaos. Chi-Town, shout out to motherfucking Chicago and this motherfucker. Savages out there in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Much love to Shy. Absolutely. They're demons. He said women are demons. That's crazy. You know, they can be. And they can be angels, you know. It just depends on how they feeling at the moment. Man of Leisure. What's up, Man of Leisure? What's up? What would be the best way to deal with it? You got to think. Have clarity in your mind at all times. Yo. Have clarity. Don't allow your mind to be clouded. You have to have clarity. Have clarity. That's how you deal with the chaos. But again, you cannot be afraid of it as well. You got to actually deal with it. If you're all the way on the other side of the planet and you're not dealing with it, it's a skill. You got to practice it. You got to learn how to deal with it. But the best thing you can do is just be clear, stay focused, have a goal. Don't allow, because again, if women know that they can move you and they can shift you, then they will. They know they can move you, they're going to really push you. But if they see that you solid and you stand firm on your principles and you don't allow the bullshit to influence your mind, then, you know, eventually they're going to have to respect it. But they're going to always try you. You know, they like to have fun. So, you know, it ain't to really get mad at them. You just got to stay on point, stay focused, stay on your principles, stay on your square. We survived the eclipse, absolutely. Hey, what's up, fucking purple, yellowish? You know what I mean? How do you get rid of thoughts you don't like? Fast. Fast for 24 hours. I guarantee you won't be thinking about that shit no more. Most of the time, it's, you know, it's some emotional buildup that really just has to be released. So either fast, do a workout, you know what I mean, get some pussy, you know, do some sex magic, learn to hold your thoughts, you know, read some heavy, deep spiritual stuff. There's multiple ways to do it. But if it's really bothering you like that, you definitely have to fast. If nothing else works, you can fast, you know, 24 hours. Okay. What is this? Do you have any advice or thoughts about service? Hold on. Creating your own entities. Yeah, you can definitely create your own entities. Right. That's another thing. You can definitely create your own entities. Or basically thought forms. So you definitely, it's the same way. The way to create your thought forms or, you know, entities to work to your benefit, just using your mind. You know what I mean? Just create a thought form in front of you and feed it energy, feed it life. Program it, light a candle for it. Give it a purpose, give it a name, give it an intention. Use your imagination. You get what I'm saying? So that you can definitely create servers and helpers, you know, to help you aid you in whatever your mission is. You know what I mean? Just feed it. It's all about feeding the deities. You got to keep them alive, because if you neglect them, just like an animal, they start to go chaotic. So you got to keep them fed. Look at this motherfucker texting me. You see, yeah, it's right when I make this chaotic video, motherfucker's gonna come back with this fuck shit. You know what I mean? Anyway, remember when you said an alchemist can go from nothing to something, like a person with nothing going from to be successful? How is this done? By deprogramming and detoxing your mind from all the bullshit that we have been programmed by society and religion and all these, you know, ignorant people. Get the ignorance out your mind and start to think pure. That's how you turn lead thoughts into golden thoughts. Get the purity, or get the negative shit out of your mind. Not negative shit, but get all that low level shit out your mind and think more pure. The more pure your thoughts, the easier it is to do whatever it is that you want to do. Whenever that's hard, it's because you got a lot of bullshit circling around, so you got to remove that. You do that by fasting, fast. You know what I mean? Get the shit out your mind. Several years ago, I was in bed with a woman who was trying to get me to sleep with her unprotected. I shit you not. That was a point we faced. Morph, like Jacob's letter. Hold on. Let me read this one more time. I was in bed with a woman who was trying to get me to sleep with her unprotected. There was a point where her face morphed. Her face morphed, yeah, that bitch was definitely a chaos being. See, if you deal with some shit like that, you dealing with women who fucking face start morphing and shit, you know you got some shit on your hands. The best thing you can do with that, you know what I mean, is definitely, see, most people get scared and run from that shit. Oh, what the fuck, I ain't dealing with this shit. No, you gotta tame that hoe. Tame that shape-shifting ass bitch. Tame that bitch and use her to your liking. You have to tame that motherfucking shapeshifter. Don't allow anything to have you afraid, to make you fearful. You got to tame that shapeshifter. What if you're a woman and love male porn stars? Continue to love the male porn stars. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Work with the deity Dionysus. If you love male porn stars, work with the deity Dionysus. You know what I mean? He'll definitely please you in ways that you only can imagine. You know what I mean? How do you kill the demon? Create a sword in your mind and cut the head off like a snake. That's how you kill a demon. If you want to kill a demon, or you can take control of the demon and make it your slave. So you can kill demons or you can make demons your slave depending on, what magic you want to work. It's all about how powerful your mind is and what type of work you really want to do. He blew it up with a rocket launcher. Yeah, exactly. How was the dialogue between you and the devil? How did he look? What game did he give you? It wasn't really a he, it was a she. It was a she. And she let me know that what I'm doing is, saw your video from, okay, motherfuckers is texting me, hold on. The devil let me know that the lifestyle that I live was ordained by the universe. So when I was feeling kind of crazy, like maybe this is a little bit too dark, a little bit too sinister, she let me know is the reason I do what I do is because my soul is old enough to take and handle this type of information and to use it as a positive way and not be sucked into the matrix. So the devil, so-called devil, let me know that this shit is ordained by the universe. That's what it is. It really wasn't too much else to be said. You know what it is? Why she gotta be a hoe? I mean, he said the motherfucker her face started morphing. That's a regular woman. Regular women's face start morphing and ask you to have sex unprotected. Sounds like a hoe to me. But again, sacred whore. Transferring spirits through sex. I mean, if you brave enough to transfer spirits, that's something you definitely could do. You can transfer spirits. That's pretty much what, when you in a union or again, you can do it with just random people if you want to. It just depends on what you want to do. It's all about what your intention is. Why would you want to transfer spirits? If you can think of a reason why you would want to do it, then go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? Am I cursed? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Definitely cursed, but again, it is what it is. I chose this lifestyle, so I'm not complaining. My stream about to shut down. It's all good. We've been on here almost 2 hours. It's all good. You know what I mean? All curses are gifts. Absolutely. I mean, I don't look at curses as nothing negative. It's just a challenge, just an extra challenge. You know what I mean? So I'm down for the challenge. I accept the challenge. It is what it is. So, damn. So, and gave y'all like 5 hours of game in one day. You know what I mean? I like to see motherfuckers top this shit. Like to see motherfuckers top this shit. They think this shit is fake. And I'm just speaking about some fake shit for 5 hours? I don't think so. I don't think so. Motherfucker Jesus manifested himself in person. It's a very good night. Very good night. You know what I mean? Yin and yang, absolutely. So, polarity. Definitely always be aware. Alright, I'm back. I'm humble at home, watch the videos. No doubt. You see this shit? While I'm doing this video, motherfuckers blowing up my phone, knocking off my goddamn live stream. You see this? The chaos continues to manifest itself. It continues to manifest itself. So I'm gonna have to block this person's number if they try this shit again. But we're gonna be in here another 10 minutes. Are demons more powerful than angels? It depends on what your preference is. If you prefer demons, then they're more powerful. If you prefer angels, then they're more powerful. It's all about how do I end this storm? Yeah, hold on, let me finish the comment. It's all about your preference. See, I started off working with angels. See, as dark as people think I am, I started off working with angels. But then I started fucking with the demons. And I may still even fuck with angels. I'm not opposed to it. That's what people may think. Just because I talk about this dark shit, this is not all I talk about. I talk about every fucking thing. This is just so happen to be what I'm talking about at this moment. You know what I mean? How do I end this storm in Houston? You just gotta let it ride. Did you see my video about the hurricane? I made a whole video about talking about it. Did you see the video? You know what I mean? What's the best way to get rid of a demon? Cut his head off. Use an imaginary sword, cut his head off, cleanse your home. But just don't operate from fear. Don't use fear. You get what I'm saying? Don't be afraid of it, because your fear will feed it. You want to cut off its life source, so you want to cut off the fear. You know? That's what it's all about, cutting off the fear. All right. So we gonna keep it moving. You see? Did I satisfy y'all thirst and y'all hunger for this real shit? I think I did. Oh. Motherfuckers was thirsty. You listen to Kid Cudi? I haven't listened to his recent work, but yeah, I listened to his older stuff, those first couple albums. I like the song Immortal, of course, Day and Night, Higher. You know what I mean? He got a couple joints that I fuck with. Yeah, I think my favorite album was that one with The Moon Part 2. The album where he's sitting down and you see the artistic universe in the back. Whatever the name of that album is. I still listen to 8 Ball and MJG. Shout out to 8 Ball and MJG. You know what I mean? How can you tell if someone is a demon? It's all about the vibes, you know? Man on the Moon Part 2, yeah, exactly. That's the name. That's the name of the album. Yeah, I fuck with. That's my favorite one. Now, how to tell someone is a demon? Again, it's all about the vibes, but that's not necessarily a good or bad thing at the same time, because just because somebody may be a demon or work with demons, you know what I mean, doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. Just like, somebody that work with angels doesn't necessarily make them a good person. You get what I'm saying? So it's just all about the vibe. So, but again, you got to know what energy you work with as well. What does a demon hate the most? I would say the Matrix. All this fuck shit that we have to deal with every day. That's why they don't have a human body. They couldn't deal with this shit. They couldn't deal with, all the bullshit. That's why we are the supreme beings, because we are able to deal with pure chaos. Because we got to walk around with these physical bodies all day. They could jump dimensions and do all type of shit. We got to walk around with this flesh. So we got the greatest challenge. So that's why, they all bow to us. They all bow to us. Exactly. You know what I mean? What is a demon's purpose? To be your servant. That's what a demon's purpose, to serve you. Are demons affected by the planetary energies? It depends on the level of, it depends on what the demon is, on what. Because again, you got a demon that serves different purposes, whatever purpose they serve. So it's really, we are affected by the planetary energies. And if we are affected by the planetary energies, so are they, because they all exist within us. That's why they're weak. They have it easy. It's not necessarily that they have it easy. They're not meant to be on our level. We just the fucking shit. It is what it is. They're just not on our level. That's all it is. You know what I mean? So they're just on the same thing with angels. They're here to serve us. So no matter you talking about angels, you talking about demons, they all serve us. So how can you use a demon to your advantage? You know what I mean? Practice the dark arts. If you want to practice the dark arts, you fuck with demons. You want to fuck with black magic, you fuck with demons. If you on the lighter side, then fuck with angels. It's just a preference. It's all about your lifestyle. It's just about the demons. It's just the polarity. For all the dark souls out here, we have the demons. For all the light souls, you have angels. And if you want to cross over and work with angels or work with demons, you can do so. So it's just all about what your intentions are and what your preference is. Everybody has a preference. Some people are drawn to the darker imagery. Some people are drawn to lighter imagery. So it's just all about what you want. What is a dark soul or older soul? An ancient soul, the soul that's been here since the beginning of the universe. Who was that person in the background following you? Ain't nobody following me. Who's following me? Ain't nobody around. What you talking about? I see it's really interesting. So a wizard can harness demons and angel energy? Absolutely. Again, don't get it twisted. Just because I talk about this dark shit, don't mean I won't summon angels to fuck some shit up too. You know what I mean? I just work with that energy first. I'm mastering the dark arts now, but I've already worked with that energy before. You know what I mean? So I can tap into that as well. What's your favorite magical arts that you like doing? Alchemy. I fuck with alchemy heavy. You know, tarot cards, channeling, you know, dream work, you know, numerology, just breaking down numbers and all that shit. Angels are corny. They can be. It just depends on who you are. If angels are corny to you, then fuck with demons. I don't like it with there's a movie with Kevin Lee. Sometimes you gotta get a double with Steve. Okay. How you know it? How do you know you an old soul? A deity told me that. A deity told me. I sat on the lap of a goddess. I sat on a goddess lap, and she told me. You know, she just revealed to me a lot of stuff. She just let me know, so it came straight from the spirit. I saw the same person a couple of shots. Just standing in the background. Oh, it's all good, bro. Don't trip. It's all good. Angels will come fuck some shit up. Absolutely. Angels ain't nothing to fuck with either. You know what I mean? It just all depends on who you are. If you can harness that energy. Jesus is still up in this motherfucker. Shout out to you once again, Jesus. You done stuck around for 2 full fucking hours listening to this fuck shit. Or so you think. You've been here for 2 hours, man. How's it going? Do Ouija boards work? If so, any precautions while taking it? You have to try it for yourself. I haven't necessarily had any personal luck with Ouija boards, but that's not to say that they don't work. I think everybody just had their preference. See, I prefer tarot cards. So if you prefer Ouija boards, then you know. All right, we back in this motherfucker. You know how to make sigils. I've been talking about sigils. Watch my last video and watch this video over. I talked about sigils for a long time. You know, Jesus sticking around just to show who he really is. Yeah, we already know what the deal is. Shout out to Jesus. You know what I mean? So we gonna go in here and get a drink. You know, we gonna end it off.
Thank you.
No problem. End it off. Hold on.
With that car, you know.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem.
And with that car having
Shit's fucked up here. Hold on. No problem.
$4. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So, I think my job here is done. What y'all think? We done covered this shit extensively. What else y'all want to know? That should be it. Have I ever channeled Jesus? Absolutely. El Cristo Negro. El Cristos Negro. You hear what I'm saying? I told y'all, watch the video Machiavelli Magic. Watch the video Machiavelli Magic. That's all black Jesus. You know, El Cristo Negro. So yeah, I fuck with Jesus. That's why, you know, I don't have no ill will toward Jesus, because I know what it is. It's El Cristo Negro. You know what I mean? That's the older version of Jesus. I fuck with the older version, you know, when he was black. I fuck with that version. Is El Cristo Negro Horus in Egypt? Absolutely. Absolutely. What am I drinking? Just a little iced tea. You know what I mean? Arizona iced tea. A little something real quick. You still waiting on the daily rituals? You know what I mean? You know. I gotta get out what I'm called to get out first. You know. Like, there's a reason why I had to get all this stuff out. But again, now that I'm not limited. I'm not limited by my bandwidth, so I can really do videos at any time at this point. And I just found that out today, which is why I'm doing 5 hours, so. But in terms of, you know, the daily rituals, it just really, it really depends. Like, I have to dedicate a whole video to that. It just really depends. It switches up every day. It switches up every day. Every day is ruled by a different planet. You know what I mean? Monday is the moon, Tuesday is Mars, Wednesday is Mercury, Thursday is Jupiter, Friday is Venus, Saturday, Saturn, Sunday, the sun. You know what I mean? So every day you put on a different hat. Every day you switch it up. Every day is a different energy. Every day you got to do something different. That's why, yeah, it's not just an easy video to put out, because every day is different. The energy is different every single day. So it's not really something that you're supposed to do every day. Every day should be different. Every day you should be switching it up. You're supposed to be doing the same thing every day. You shouldn't be doing that. You have to move accordingly to the planets. But again, I have that all in the video. I'll definitely make that the next video before I go into all these other topics. So, thanks for your patience. That's what's confusing you? Well, don't even trip. Not trip. I had that for you. So next time you see me, I'll talk more so about, you know, how to keep up with the energy, you know, and how to switch up what you're doing and how to do things according to the day, according to the planet, according to the numerology of the day. You know, how to tie that all into your spirituality. Machiavelli Magic, but not Machiavelli. So not Machiavelli the writer, Machiavelli the artist. You know. Am I under demonic deception? I mean, I would say that, but I definitely got the angels with me too. You know what I mean? Because obviously you don't see me in a fucked up position. You know? Not crazy enough to get myself caught up. 2? So yeah, there you go. Jesus got a 2. Jesus got a 2. So he saved somebody's soul tonight. Jesus saved one soul tonight. Tupac's alter ego, absolutely. So yeah, I did a whole video on that, on Machiavelli Magic. So that should definitely give y'all some insight into, you know, the Jesus energy from my perspective. If you want to know about the Jesus energy from my perspective, then watch the Machiavelli Magic video. You know what I mean? Jesus the Light is on the MK Ultra. You already know what it is. We know about the modern Jesus. I fuck with the old school Jesus, the ancient Jesus, the El Cristo Negro. That's who I fuck with. Before the J was even invented. You don't know I'm deceiving people? Well, again, I don't use deception. I use clear English. I've been speaking clear English this whole time. No deceit is going on here. I'm speaking directly to the people. I'm fooling others. Again, you know, you're fooling people too, right? The fact that, you know, you're still here after 2 fucking hours, I'm honored. So you didn't basically watch this whole fucking live stream, and I'm pretty sure you didn't got a lot out of it. You just sucked around the whole fucking live stream. You know what I mean? But again, shout out to El Cristo Negro. I'm not even gonna say Jesus no more. Shout out to El Cristo Negro. You know what I mean? I showed y'all the sigil of El Cristo Negro the last video too. If y'all know what it is. Isn't it right to be deceptive at times? Because Tupac opened himself up, but got used and later killed, and his dreams never came to fruition. Did you see my video, Machiavelli Magic? Because I broke all that down. If you saw the video. And I feel like Tupac did accomplish his mission. That's why he's still remembered to this day. I can't say that he may not have done everything that he wanted to do, but he did everything he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? I saw it. Absolutely. Then you already know what it is, man. Are you asking when am I going on tour, or you're talking to somebody else? Do you like living in Vegas compared to other cities? Vegas is a lot more open. As you see, I got access to this big ass field. This is non-existent in New York. This is non-existent in LA. Did you go on an HBCU tour? What is that? What is HBCU? I have no idea what that is. See, I like Vegas because it's more open. Because you have fields like this. I can just, you know, do these live stream videos. I can be outside. In New York and LA is no space like this to even do anything. But it's a lot more going on. It's a lot more energy. So I prefer Vegas. You know, Vegas is a lot more chill. It's an inside city. You know, it's all about casinos and hotels. Whereas, you know, LA is more about being outside. New York is definitely, you know, being high and elevated. You know what I mean? So it's all about your preference. So if you're gonna live anywhere, I say LA. If you are more into scenery and nature, New York. If you into, you know, artificial intelligence, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, historically Black Cottage University. Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, if motherfuckers can handle this chaos, I don't mind. You know what I mean? I'll speak to whoever willing to listen. If you can handle the chaos, I'll fuck with you. Let me get that legal smoke in Vegas. I don't even think this shit is legal here yet. It's legal in Denver. I don't even think you can get it, but you have to have a card. I think Denver is one of the only places you can just buy the shit. You don't even need a card. I'm gonna say mine. I just graduated from all that. Okay. Definitely appreciate you, beautiful journey. Well, y'all just chilling. We just kicking it now. We did pretty much hit all the points we needed to hit. You know, now we just kicking it. Jesus, why are you in a demonic video? You know, Jesus is chilling. You know, Jesus has been around the whole fucking video. He done seen the whole live stream. He didn't listen to me talk, you know, about all these hoes and pimps and all this stuff. He's still in here spitting his game. You know, El Cristo Negro's doing what he's doing. Definitely shout out to El Cristo Negro. You know what I mean? I don't mind speaking at colleges and universities. If they let me do me, you know what I mean? They just gotta let me be free. They gotta let the beast be a beast. They can't try to restrict it and fucking, you can't say this, you know. If they let me talk this sinister ass shit, fuck it. I say whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Also, do you think folks in the conscious community are just mental masturbators? They can be. They can be. You know? That's why, you don't see me a part of shit. It's just me, myself, and I in terms of, my mind. I'm a free thinker. But I'm aware of all that shit. You know what I mean? I'm aware of everybody. The whole conscious community. I'm aware of everybody. I see what everybody's doing. I pay attention to everything. But in terms of me being a part of something, nah. It's just me, myself, and I when it comes to that. How are hoes goddesses? How are they not? That's my question. How are they not? They do such a magnificent job and they, add on. They make the world a better place. All these men that's miserable in their relationships with their wives, a hoe keeps men from killing themselves. They do a wonderful, magnificent job. Much respect to them. That's why they get paid handsomely, and they are well respected by those who do pay them. They're just not respected by religious people, but the people that they are amongst, they are well respected. You know what that is? You know what I mean? So, hold on. So we're going to crack open this drink and we're going to get up out of here. Mission accomplished. You know what I mean? Again, shout out to El Cristo Negro for sticking around the whole live stream. I'm glad I entertained you. You didn't want to go to bed. You didn't want to go to sleep. You decided to kick it with the demons over here. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, man. So, you know what it is. Yeah, we just kicking it right now. Use this. I'm going to give y'all a secret ritual. Use this Arizona iced tea with some Skittles and put that shit in a glass. Take a glass, pour this into a glass filled with Skittles, and set your mind on fire. Remember, you heard it from me. So all the people that stuck around for the last couple minutes, you got a secret jewel. Is that the topic? Well, yeah, we've been talking about the topic for the last 2 hours. I'm actually about to get up out of here. So you had to replay the video. You can do a high school tour. Example, why not to do drugs and stay in school? Well, this world is a real interesting place. Do you think El Cristo Negro would be interpreted? Wait, do you think El Cristo will be interpreted you like this white Jesus did? No, I fuck with El Cristo Negro. El Cristo Negro, we homies. That's the homie for real. You know what I mean? I was wearing them on my neck earlier. Watch my last video. You see them on my neck. I fuck with El Cristo. Yeah, I was just wearing the cross. For y'all who saw the last video, I was just wearing the cross last video. That was by El Cristo Negro. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. You look at him, had a cross on right now. Banish your ass. You know what I mean? We're going to be here a few more minutes, though. What do you mean set your mind on fire? You got to do it. Buy a pack of Skittles. Rip the shit open. Drop them into a glass, a tall glass. Fill that shit up with the Arizona iced tea. And see what happens. You'll thank me later. You will thank me later, trust me. God just wants to give you self-control, joy, long suffering, gentleness, peace, love, patience, and kindness. Well, if I am God and we all are God, I'm supposed to give that to myself. I am love. I am joy. I am peace. I am kindness. Those are attributes of who I am. You think because I'm talking about this sinister shit that I don't represent those principles? Something to think about, right? Demons are definitely very kind. You know, they'll definitely satisfy you whenever you need them to. Great friends, great assistants. They look out for you. They make sure nobody fuck with you. They keep you protected. They real niggas. You know. Do you need to stay home? I mean, it depends. Are you a tough cookie? Can you handle? Can you handle it? You know. Try it for yourself. So we're all somber falling away. Do we drink it? Of course you drink it. Of course you drink it. If you brave enough to drink it, though. Can I use sour Skittles? I mean, try it first with the regular Skittles. Are demons aspects of a whole oneself? Absolutely. It's a side of ourselves that we neglect, that we don't pay attention to, that we let die off because we don't want to be creative and we give up trying to be other people and try to live other types of lives that were not ever meant for us. You know, that's what it is. What is it? What's the famous line? Die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a demon or a villain, not a demon, a villain. Die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. There's no realer shit ever said than that. So all these so-called good-loving people, because they're dying inside, they become demons. Tell me I'm lying. What flavor tea? Iced tea. Sweet tea, iced tea. You know what I mean? It just, it's a quick little high. It's a quick little high. You want a nice little buzz. You want a nice little feel good. Only cost $2, something to get real quick. Just a little buzz. Nice little buzz. Don't worry. Yeah, get that job. Smoke it. Smoke the day you get hired. You'll be good. Don't even trip. We all gotta do weed fast. I'm on a weed fast right now. I ain't smoked in weeks. Then, I smoked for a week. Then I wasn't smoking for 30 days. Weed is definitely not fucking with me real heavy right now. You get high off of iced tea. I wish I could run to the store, but I'm in Houston. Definitely shout out to Houston. You know what I mean? Much love to Houston. It's a nice little swirl. See, these Arizona joints. I got 15% battery. We good though. See, these Arizona ICs be having you fucked up anyway. But so if you combine it with Skittles, it'll just take you to the next level. But I can't even hold on. Okay, there we go. We all haven't smoked in weeks, Sometimes we gotta fast. It is what it is. We're gonna be back on it when it's time. We're gonna be right back on it. Don't even trip. All right, yeah. So let me get up out of here. I can't even see the comments. It's 15% battery. So we came, we conquered, and now we up out this bitch. You know what I mean? So definitely shout out to everybody that tuned in the full 2 hours. Y'all got what y'all need to get. That we kicked it for a little bit. You know what I mean? Everybody that tuned in to the other videos, give y'all 5 hours a day. I'll definitely come back. If I don't come back tomorrow, it's going to be definitely the next few days. I'm going to come back with that daily ritual video, show you how to fuse up your consciousness with the days of the week, with the astrology and numerology and all that stuff. So definitely look forward to that. And if it ain't anything else, we're going to get up out. You know what I mean? I'm going to check out finally. I'm rewatching everything. Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? We made history today. We made history. So definitely shout out to the demons, the pimps, the hoes, the gangsters, the killers, the college graduates, the entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? Everybody who wants to do something major with their life, or people that are just strictly spiritual. The drug fiends, the drug addicts, the musicians. You know what I mean? So I'll get back at y'all soon. Y'all tune in. Appreciate y'all. We gonna get up out this bitch. Hotep. Wu-Tang.